What's good, y'all? Dr.Trehunna. So I actually just came back from a farmer's market, right? And I've never been to this exact restaurant, so I just wanted to see exactly what they had in there. But one thing y'all going to see is I kind of went crazy in here, but the main reason why I purchased all of these snacks is to show you that if you're on my program, you can have every single last thing that I purchased that I'm about to show to you right now. You can have it, all right? So I already did the research for you. I already looked at the nutrition label. I was literally in the store for like an hour buying snacks, right? Just so you don't have to go ahead and sift through all the aisles like I had to do, okay? So everything that you see, you can have. And what I want you to do is familiarize yourself with these brands and kind of remember these brands. That way, when you do go into a store, if you see it, you can have it. You don't gotta read the label. Even though if you do read the label, it's gonna meet the requirements and the guidelines that I already provide to you on the program, all right? So I'm about to go ahead and show you the snacks. I got it from Sprouts Farmers Market. Let's see what we got. So, as you can see, like I said, I went crazy, all right? But I got some Catalina Crunch. So Catalina Crunch is usually good with majority of the snacks and cereals, little stuff like that. One of my favorite. So yeah, Enlighten, that's my road dog. I love to have Enlighten treats, okay? And 9 times out of 10, it usually meets the requirements if you actually go ahead and look at the back. So just so you can see, just so you have an idea for the people who don't know that when it comes to net carbs, the main source of your net carbs want to come from carbs minus fiber. So carbs minus fiber is what? On this is 9, right? So you're asking yourself, how in the hell do they get 2? Right? What they did is they subtracted erythritol, okay? So if they got erythritol, allulose, sugar alcohols, anything of that nature, what you want to do is really divide it by 2. Because if you divide it by 2, that's how much it really is going to have. So if they say they have 8 erythritol, then it's really 4. If they say they got 20 sugar alcohols, it's really 10. Now you can subtract that 10 from the total carbs. So in this case, they're using 3 grams of allulose, so that's really 1.5. And they're also using 4 grams of erythritol, which is really 2. All right. So all together, you can subtract about 3 to 4 more grams from this. So this is about 5 grams net carbs after you do the math. Okay. So you can have this. All right. But now, with that being said, everything that you see right here, right? I even found some protein-based granola. All right. But everything that you see here, you see how it says 18 grams of carbs, 17 grams of fiber, all right, 11 grams of protein, 23 grams, 3 grams of fat. So this is a fat-based product, but it's still a better version of what you usually pick up, because any other type of granola is going to have at least 30 to 40 grams of carbs per like a little serving. All right. So everything that you see, I want you to keep in mind that these are snacks, which means what? If you're consuming a lot of snacks throughout the day, you shouldn't expect the scale to drop. Anytime you have something that is man-made or a man had it created in the lab somewhere, even like this, even though it's protein-based, your body's not going to respond as good to it versus a day you decide to have a whole bunch of whole foods, okay? So what you want to do is prioritize having whole foods, foods that didn't come in a bag or a box or a barcode on it, right? And then you can realize that, oh man, even though this is the better version of everything, right? I can still incorporate these things in my diet here and there, but you want to really have these things on your diet once you really hit your goal weight or the days that you don't care to see the scale drop. So for me, I'm already at my goal weight. I live my life. I eat what the hell I want to eat. So now what I do is I just provide myself with the better version of snacks. That way when I'm having a sweet tooth, that way when I'm having a craving, instead of me just going in my vehicle and driving straight to Cold Stone, I can have this literally right there waiting for me. Or going down the street for 7-Eleven and get my Haribo gummies, I can literally pick this up. So that's what I do. So I put it in my household where if I ever do want it, I have access to it. Versus you saying, oh man, I would really like some ice cream right now. I have no ice cream in my house. You know what sounds good? Cold Stone. I'm going straight to Cold Stone. All right, so what I want you to do is put yourself in a position to win, which means that you already have some of these snacks in your house. I just don't want you to rely on these foods. I don't want you to eat these things every single day, because if you have it every single day and you see the scale doesn't drop as much, 9 times out of 10, is because your body is responding to all these extra ingredients that they're providing to you. If you see more than 5 to 10 ingredients in whatever you're eating, even though it's better because you looked at the label, this is still a man-made product, which means what? Your body might not be agreeing with one of these ingredients, but because you're having some of these along with some of these in one day, you don't know what it is. You don't know if it's Smart Sweets or you don't know it's the Kiss My Keto cookies. So what I want you to do, if you really want to see the scale drop, make sure you have majority of the days whole foods, and then incorporate one item that you see, okay? So let's say you have a day you had salmon with some wine or cream sauce on it, along with a side of cauliflower rice, right? With some broccoli or asparagus or cream spinach, whatever the case may be. Then you know what? I'm gonna end off my night with some keto cup. Let's say the scale drops 0.5 pounds, right? Now you can say every single day I decide to have my whole foods with the keto cup. I should expect the scale to drop 0.5 pounds. Now, let's say like for me, for instance, I noticed that when I had these, well, it's usually this flavor, but when I have enlightened cookie dough bites, right? I still lose the exact same amount of weight regardless. So let's say on the day I have whole foods. Let's say I have a burger with a low carb bun, right? Now it's a low carb bun, so that means I shouldn't expect the scale to drop more than the days I have a lettuce wrap burger. But I had the lettuce wrap or the burger with the low carb bun, along with later that day we had some pasta, right? So I have some of this. Now, even though this is a lower version or lower calorie pasta, right? I still should expect my body to respond a certain type of way with it, even though this says just 3 ingredients. Water, organic konjac root, and organic soy, which means what? My body, what you see for that day is what I get. I shouldn't expect a crazy stall on this compared to your Barilla box, right? So if I have that and then I end off my night with this, and I lose a whole pound, that means every single time I decide to have my low carb bun with my burger, along with my new pasta, along with some keto dough bites to end off my night, I should expect the scale to drop a pound, which is better than the keto cups. Now, if I enjoy the keto cups more, even though I lost a half a pound, then you can still have that. Just don't play yourself. Just don't expect the scale to drop more than the days you have this. So that's what I want you to do. But in order for you to come to that conclusion, what you have to do is test and experiment, trial and error. I don't want you to say, oh, well, I'm just going to go the whole entire time eating whole foods, or I'm just going to eat chicken and broccoli every single day until I hit my goal weight. Because what's going to happen if you do that, you're going to be afraid of you to even eat any other thing. Okay, so this is some cereal I never tried before. I already know that my body agrees with Catalina Crunch. Now I'm gonna try this cereal and see how my body responds to it. If it responds to it good, I still see the scale drop, I'm gonna continue to purchase it. If it don't, I'm gonna go ahead and take this out of here. I'm never gonna purchase that again. Never had this before, so I'm gonna go ahead and try this. Now I usually like their ice cream version. This is kind of like a popsicle. So if my body don't agree with this, guess what? I'm just not gonna purchase it anymore. But in order for me to come to that conclusion, gotta try it. All right. So overall, if it has less than 5 grams of carbs or sugar per serving, you can have it. This is 12 grams of carbs. It got 8 grams of fiber, which means what? Has a lot of fiber in it. 12 minus 8 is what? It is 4. I can have this. Okay. Just don't have a whole full day where it has 16 lollipops in it and you're eating 8 of them in one day. Okay. So prioritize whole foods and you're going to be good. Cool. So once again, I made this video. Anything that you see on this video, you can have. I just want you to only have 1 to 2 max of these snacks a day, or 1 to 2 max of anything that you see a day. So you better not have this along with that, along with this, because that's just 3 of them. Cool. Focus on whole foods and you're going to see the scale drop. So with that being said, if you got any questions about anything, just go ahead and leave a comment below. I'll go ahead and answer it whenever I have the time. But this is why, if you understand how to read a label, you're going to be good for the rest of your life, because nobody overall taught you how to properly eat and taught you what to look out for in the first place. So if you're more aware, you can make better decisions overall. So that's why the food industry don't want you to be aware. That's why the food industry, they'll put, protein on in front of the box, like Barilla, protein pasta. But if you actually look at the label, it just got some protein in it. If you got 80% black in you, 20% white in you, you're still classified as a black woman, right? But what the food industry does, because they know that you know that protein is good for you, they're just gonna put protein on the box. You're just gonna assume, it's protein based. That means it's gonna help me lose weight, and it's not, because it got 3 times more carbs in it than it got protein. All right. So these are the things that I want you to look out for when you're in the grocery store and trying to purchase new items. Okay. And familiarize yourself with these items. So once again, just go back on that video and really try to recognize these items, because you're going to realize that, 9 times out of 10, these actual whatever companies, I don't know, keto companies, whatever, I don't want you to assume because say keto that it's good for you. Okay, that's why I want you to actually read the label no matter what. But these companies, oh, they actually make some brownies too. And I like brownies. So because I got protein-based brownies and I got some protein-based cookies, now this lifestyle is sustainable for me. Because these cookies is totally different from you having the Toll House or the Nestle cookies. Cool? So hopefully y'all learned something today. That's your reset tip of the day. That's gonna help you stay snatched all the time. Knowing it's summertime, my bill was like $180, so I need everybody to cash at me like $1. Cool. Talk to y'all soon.